just about ready. Let me take a scoot back a little bit. There you go. Oh, I almost didn't turn this on. We'll see. There you go. That'd be a disaster. You couldn't see me. There you go. Sweet. I am now live. Thank you guys for joining me today. Oh, I'm so happy. This is awesome. So I am flying out tomorrow to LA. So I can't do anything too crazy today. You know, I've got a long day, long trip ahead of me. So the best thing to do is a little bit of yoga so I can, you know, stretch out my body, get it nice and limber, because, you know, those airplane seats, being stuck in one spot for so long is going to be crazy on my back. It's going to, you know, sitting down for too long in an airplane seat with it being all cramped, even me being tiny, it's still tight. So it's like I'm sitting there like this, such a strain on my hips. So what I'm going to do today is some pre-airport yoga with you guys, essentially. We're going to keep it nice and simple. I'm going to keep it beginner level. Well, beginner with flexibility, of course. So you guys know I'm pretty flexible, so I do need a little bit more of an extra stretch compared to some people. But you know, it is what it is. So if you guys would like to join me, let's go ahead and get started, all right? And hey, Ivan, how are you, babe? Hey guys, thank you for hopping in. Hey, Philip. I think it's drizzling again. It's been raining off and on all day. Actually, the past few days, really. Let me lean the camera up a little bit. There you go. Sweet. There you go. Lean it towards me a little bit. Perfect. Boom. Sorry, guys. I have to fix my camera so you guys can get a good angle. Just because it's live, it's not the same thing. Because you know, when I like pre-record these yoga videos, I will do yoga and then pause, go move the cameras around, and then keep it going, and then I'll edit it, put the music together, and then give you guys the video. So for this one, you guys might see me moving the cameras around a little bit more because I'm live, so I can't really crop that part out for you guys, unfortunately. But that means you guys get to spend every moment with me while I'm live. So what stretches would you guys like to start with? Should we go something simple? Because I need to stretch out my hips more than my upper body. So why don't we do the butterfly? Let's start with this. Keep it nice and simple. And just lean forward however much you can. I know some people, their legs can only go this far and then you lean forward, and that's fine too. But because the way that my flexibility goes, I have to scooch my legs back a little bit more. The key to this pose, to actually being able to get the proper stretch that you want, is to keep your back straight and try to keep your knees as close to the ground as possible. So your knees don't have to touch the ground, but it's better for you to actually, essentially, as you're stretching, push your knees down. You know, instead of doing this, you're doing this, pressing down as you stretch. So I lean my chest forward nice and deep, and that's what helps me get this stretch good. There you go. Oh, it's your favorite? Yeah, this one's one of my favorite ones because, like, you can do this anywhere. And you know, like, for example, if you're waiting at the airport, I don't know if you guys have gotten into situations like me where you're at the airport for hours, either for a layover or you get there early, you know, for the first flight. Usually the first flight is at like 5 a.m. So you try to get there early. One time I got there at like, I think I'd say it was like 3:30-ish, you know, so I could get my boarding pass and try to go through the gate. I was hoping like with me getting there early that it would help, but I ended up having to sit there and wait at the ticket counter. And then obviously once they clocked in, there was so many people. I kid you not, there was hundreds of people in line waiting for their waiting to get their boarding passes. So I was just sitting there on top of my suitcase, and I just kind of like scooched off to the ground and then just started doing a little bit of yoga. I didn't do any crazy stuff, but I did a little bit of the butterfly pose. I kind of just did this, you know, the simple stretches, the nice little stretches that won't cause attention at the airport, because I'm not really trying to like grab people's attention. I'm just trying to stretch for myself when I'm there. So I do the nice little stretches that help me with my body without doing anything too crazy. So this is one of the easiest stretches that you can get. And so speaking of the pose I did earlier, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to start with my right leg, stick it out straight, and then bam. You just lean forward, try to keep your chest straight, and essentially you keep your chest open. You're not trying to crunch into yourself, you're trying to keep your chest open. That keeps your body in alignment. There you go. And then let's go ahead and go to the next stretch. I know I was rambling for a bit, but I hope you guys like my stories. There you go. Some nice, simple stretches. There you go. Should we go ahead and go to downward doggy? I know you guys love watching me do that pose. There you go. Ready, guys? That's a good stretch right there. Oh. Lean forward and then lean back again. And what I like to do is actually cross my arms. I'll start with my right one over my left. Cross it, put your head down, chest down, and just breathe. Then we'll go ahead and go to the next one. Oh, yes. Left over right, chest down, head down. It's drizzling some more. That's awesome. I'm glad that the sun's still out. It's beautiful. There you go. Such a nice stretch, huh? Let's go ahead and go to the pigeon pose. I I told you, keeping it nice and simple for you guys. These are some stretches that you would be able to do yourself. There you go. See, look at that. Such a good stretch. And if you want to deepen the stretch, you can actually scooch your hips back and straighten your spine. Tuck your tummy in, chest back, and then bam, boom, deeper stretch, leaning even further back. See, look, the sun is out, it is shining. Such a wonderful day today, huh? There you go. This feels so good, guys. Next side. There we go. Y'all like how this makes my booty look? It's such a good stretch too. I feel it right here, really. Especially because I'm leaning my chest back. I get to feel the stretch right here and not just back here in my hamstrings. Because that's really where this pose gives you. Stretching right here, your hamstrings, and then a little bit of your lower back as well. So it's a really good stretch if your hips are tight and you need to stretch them out a little bit. There you go. There. And then lean to the other side and stretch that. Boom, guys. Money. What do you guys think of my stretching so far? Is this helpful? Let me know. Do you think this is a little bit above your range? I really like this pose. This is like so helpful for my hips too. Yes. I'm not going as deep as I can because I don't want to overstretch my hamstrings and then pull something, because this is a really easy pose to essentially mess your body up. But we're going to keep it nice and simple. Don't want to hurt myself. There you go. And we're going to use this time to actually stand up and do a forward fold. So a forward fold is literally touching your toes, guys. There you go. I'm doing it with my legs shoulder width apart first. Such a good stretch. There you go. Let's go ahead and close our legs up a little bit. And then, so for this one, first, I mean, I'm not necessarily touching my toes, but I basically am. Actually, there you go. Boom. Touching my toes. See? I'm just leaning forward on my knuckles because I have weak wrists. So instead of doing this, I do this. It makes it easier for me at least. Boom. And then we're going to do a little bend at the knees. This is why it's called a forward fold. Bend at the knees, and then you straighten. And then you do it again a few times. Bend, and then straighten. Bend, and then straighten. There you go. This actually helps people with their splits. They just don't do it often enough. There, let's go ahead and open our legs up just a little bit. Okay, that's a nice stretch. So the further you open your legs up, the deeper the stretch is going to be. Essentially, it's going to be a different type of stretch. So I still like to bend my knees and then straighten them, even when I have my legs out a little bit further. Bend and then straighten. Bend and then straighten. You guys like that? I feel like this makes you think very dirty thoughts. And trust me, I am with you guys. And this is one of my favorite ones to show off. I don't remember what it's called, but namaste, baby. I can't keep that pose for too long because I can't do a pretzel just yet. And that's basically what that is. It's like a mini pretzel. Should we go ahead and work towards our front split? Technically our straddle split. There you go. Let's go ahead and just let our legs just slowly extend to the ground. And so my hips are down there too. Boom. Right there. I need to do more yoga, guys. I can't keep this pose on for too long. There you go. That's a good stretch right there, don't you think? Let's go ahead and go to the other side. I think this will be the end of my stretching, guys. Thank you all for joining me today. We had such a good time stretching, don't you think? Yes. I'm gonna do one last stretch for you guys. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I love when you guys join me. I will see you guys all again very, very soon. Bye, guys. Let me do it this way for you guys. I'll do it both ways, I guess. And then one more time.